As much as the imperial education, censorship, and general control over its masses would want you to believe otherwise, chaos is a constant and undeniable component of our reality, and as such, for every ignorant farmer, every unknowing craftsman and peasant, there is a book. A forbidden black tome, filled with the knowledge of the inconceivable. These wells of information are the crafts of the brave and the foolish, the last wills of mages and witches, of those who dared to go so far as to peer beyond the veil and document the horrific mirages that lay so far and yet so close to our lives. As these volumes tell a different truth from what witch hunters and inquisitors would want you to believe, chaos isn't just a blind force of destruction. It has needs, wantings, and desires. It will stop at nothing to achieve them. Its inner workings are wildly unknown, and its weaknesses few. This is why these tomes are all that stands between us and total extinction. This is why today we take a deep dive into these books and ready ourselves for the most important battle of our lives. The battle against the ultimate enemy. The battle against chaos.
You fear the monsters of chaos, mortal. Well, you should. They will shrive your soul before the altar of their infinite lust. They are powerful and terrible. But, and here is the root of all forbidden knowledge, even such creatures as these are nothing but the creations of the minds of men. Without our dreams, they are mere phantasms. It is our thought that conjures them into the world of flesh. And so this is the most dangerous lesson of all. There is nothing so perilous in the entire world as the unlocked mind of a man. There is no escape from the consequences of our nature. In our unfettered imagination, the very thing that makes us great, lies the seeds of our ruin and damnation.
Many would be surprised to know that for the thousands of years that chaos has brought ruin to our world, such havoc would be nothing when compared to the battles and cataclysmic events that transpire in its own dimension. The only real thing that is keeping the four from turning our world into another apocalyptic, red-washed battlefield is the same thing that grants them power: magic. The winds of magic are what fuels the realms of chaos, the same energy that allows the demons to manifest in our dimension, giving them form and power. But the winds are fickle, and they are just as likely to birth entire storms in their surge as to fade away in a fluke a few moments later. The realms of chaos are a distorted, hellish landscape, ravaged by never-ending war, a byproduct of the greater scheme played by the Chaos Gods, the Great Game, where one of the four will see the utter annihilation of their rival brothers and conquer the entirety of the realms of chaos. When it comes to the Dark Gods' intentions and interests, they are more concerned over what happens in the immaterial realm than in the material one. In this great war, our reality is nothing but a simple pawn, just another battleground whereto they can face each other, and possibly gather followers to increase their power. But even on those occasions, when the Dark Gods turn their gaze upon the mortal planes, their interest is bound to be banished as soon as their goal is completed, or the threat has been dealt with. It is important to note that it is believed that the gods themselves, the omnipotent beings that they are, they seldom do battle amongst themselves in direct confrontation. As to be bothered to interfere directly in the great game is a show of weakness and urgency. Instead, they send forth their minions, uncountable champions of chaos, monsters, demon princes, and abominations to do their bidding. The wars that come to be in the name of the Great Game are terrible, and too many to count. It is a ceaseless struggle for power that sees entire demonic armies crushed and formed again and again. Many scholars believe that the Great Game will never see a victor, as power swings back and forth from one god to the other. Brittle alliances are made to fight off the most sudden threat. Once done, and the most powerful of the four temporarily defeated, these pacts are broken, and the status quo re-established, leaving the Great Game in an eternal stalemate. On the other hand, many others think that the Great Game will finally come to its conclusion, and in the twilight of creation bring the end times, the final ruin of all existence. But to better understand chaos and extort its few weaknesses, one has to leave the comfort of their ignorance and indulge in the scarce knowledge we have of the four gods. Starting with Khorne, the god of blood and murder. While we consider all demons to be diabolical, hateful creatures, Khorne servants embody more so than any other chaos spawn the feelings of rage and hatred. Just like their patron, they are savage warriors that have very few uses for words. While even in the most desperate of chances, it would be madness to try and reason with a demon, it could still be attempted to try and buy yourself time. But that is never an option with the followers of the Blood God, for they crave only blood and violence. However, like with all Chaos Gods, it must be noted that for how destructive and horrifying they may be, there is always another side to the coin. Since chaos is nothing but the projection of all our minds, thoughts, and emotions, one could say that all gods aren't all completely and inherently evil in their essence. Taking now Khorne as our subject, Yes, he may resemble war and murder, but he also represents trial by combat, honor, and survival of the fittest. There are no tricks with dealing with Khorne messengers, for they disown the usage of all subterfuges. That is why the Blood God hates Tzeentch and all that it stands for. Magic and trickery are the god of change's dominions, and more. People have been swallowed by the impossible mazes of lies and deceit the changer of ways is able to orchestrate. And all those foolish enough to entertain themselves with the thought of contacting any of the messengers of the great conspirator see themselves freely handing over the keys of their fate and sanity in its hands. But, at the same time, where Tzeentch resembles betrayal and doom, it also stands for knowledge, agency, and hope. Hope for your future. Hope that one's destiny isn't written into stone, and that all can be changed by one's actions. Hence the rivalry between Tzeentch and Nurgle, the god of death and decay. While Khorne could hate Tzeentch, but not be its exact counterpart in the pantheon of chaos, this is definitely the case for Nurgle, for he represents stagnation in its essence, whether it be in one's body or soul. Named by some as the Allfather, Nurgle embodies entropy, the perpetual, unchanging cycle of life and death. He is the god of crippling sadness and despair, the complete absence of hope. At the same time, however, he also symbolizes resilience and finality, the end of all things. Whether it be positive or negative, the all must come to a finish, sooner or later. And the mental fortitude and peace to acknowledge our own mortality and find comfort in it. Last but not least amongst the four is the antithesis of the blood god, Slaanesh, the prince of pleasure. They are the masters of pleasure and pain, keepers of the secrets of unspeakable excess. Their domains are passion, hedonism, and all forms of decadence. They are masters of corruption and seduction of mortal souls. Leaving one's body and mind to indulge in such pleasures is all that Khorne despises the most, for he demands only the most unwavering dedication to his vows and values. Martial discipline and willpower are all that is important to him. These concepts aren't part of his restless world, made of fatigue and sacrifice, where no luxury is allowed. And that is why he falters to recognize Slaanesh doesn't just symbolize pleasure and decadence, and that life isn't all about one's duties. The bloodshed and destruction that Khorne and Slaanesh have unleashed upon one another is unimaginable, and their struggle comes from time immemorial. Many mighty demon princes of Khorne have faced their equals fighting against demon princes of Slaanesh. Keepers of secrets have killed many bloodthirsters in these terrible wars, and they are quick to return the favor in kind. Possessed of their own intelligence and ambition, the demons of a chaos god aspire to draw favor from their respective masters. and often launch their own attacks into the domains of their rivals. The realms of chaos tremble, and the energies within flux and evolve in a constant and ever-changing state. Territories are lost and won as the Chaos Gods fight with terrible armies of rage and excess. Armies not even conceivable by our own mortal minds. Tzeentch also has a particular rivalry with Nurgle, as they both try to win souls for their own service. As the Changer of Ways uses intrigue, feints, and lures to shape the destiny of mortals, so does Grandfather Nurgle try to infect and consume the souls of their victims, until they pledge allegiance to the almighty god of decay. They have faced each other through generations and generations throughout the mortal world and beyond, and will continue to do so for all eternity. These rivalries are what sets the Dark Gods aside from one another. It's what allows us to understand them in their essence, and therefore the way their followers act and what to expect of them. Do not underestimate the power of such knowledge. One can easily fall prey to its alluring conceptions, like many have done before. We are nothing but scholars in the service of our Emperor. For even all that I've taught you, what awaits you beyond the gates of our realm is all-powerful and vastly unknowable. It won't come for us on the battlefield, no. That is the easiest way chaos will ever allow us to defend ourselves. That is where we can fight it with our swords, steel, and gunpowder. Chaos in its truest essence is what lingers in all of us, in all our actions and thoughts. It's a hatred-filled beast that stalks our every breath, every beat of our hearts. It will creep in every nook and cranny of our soul, in search of that one slightest weakness it can exploit. And it will break us and mold us until nothing remains but a servant of their will. We are the ones who created it, and now it is coming for us all. And may Sigmar protect us. I hope it is not too late to stop it.
On this channel, we are putting together narrative Total War cinematic battles and Warhammer lore videos. A special thank you goes to our Patreon supporters who help us in the making of more content. You can also join Patreon and earn extra perks while supporting the videos to come. Find the link in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.